how to sell the property that you want to sell today. Your presentation will determine whether you sell the property now or later. It is your choice. Presentation is the key. Now, there's 6 things that you should do in order to have that property ready for presentation. Number 1, you want to complete the curb appeal. Think about it. When your buyer arrives to the property, what will they see? What will they hear? What will they smell? What will they touch? You have to appeal to all of their senses. So make sure that the curb appeal is on point. Now let's think about it. What would it take for you to stand in front of the property, like way, way back, and look at it as a whole, and then say to yourself, I'm going to buy this property. How do I feel about it right now? If not you, get a neighbor, get a friend, get one of us here as a team member to you who is partnering with you to come out and stand on that curb and just say, okay, what do we see? Get that opinion if you can't determine it on your own. And when you look and you see what the property looks like, then think about it. Well, you know what? Maybe I try to be an artist. Let me trim that over there a little bit. I think I should plant, this look naked over here. I think 2 plants should go over there. You know what? Let me call somebody, there's too much shade. Let me trim the trees. And let me brighten it up. Let me get some, I see mulch can go over there. Be an architect in the appeal, the curb appeal that is, to the property. It's very important. Because remember, presentation is the key. That's number 1. Number 2, you want to get inside that property and declutter. Declutter. If it's a property that is occupied, then declutter means that take things down that will allow the property to appear like it's a model. You've been inside of a model home before. There's not too much clutter. There's not stuff all over the place. Now, when you're selling a property that you're living in, there is so many things that you've collected over the years. Most of us. I mean, you walk into my home right now, and I've got a bike over there. I've got this, I've got that. I've got pictures of me and my daughter, blah, 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 blah. Think about what will the buyer, when they walk in the door, what will they see? What will they smell? What will they hear? What will they touch? Because you want to appeal to their feelings. That's how you present the property and get them to sign that contract and give you the highest price and get multiple offers. It's very important that you do that. And that was number 2, declutter. Number 3 is for you to stage the property the best that you can. If you cannot hire a professional stager to come out, I mean, these stagers are there to come out for maybe $50 to $75 an hour. And they will come out and help you to, especially in a vacant property, right? You can put even prop TVs, you can couches. All of these things can be staged. You could use your own furniture after you declutter and make it look fabulous by getting a $5 throw blanket or some pillows, $20 here, $20 there. Again, remember, our team is here to help you. Let us know if you want us to come out and give a second eye for you. We'll gladly do that. We'll come out, we'll give you an eye. Listen, let's take that down, let's put that here, let's stage it. If you want a professional stager, we can arrange that as well. But in order for you to present the property in the most impeccable way so you can get what you're wanting to achieve financially, then you should stage it in the most effective way that you possibly can. Number 4, after you have done all number 1, 2, and 3, then you need to take professional photographs. You see, when that professional photographer gets into that space, in that property, they're going to start from outside. And when you've put that curb appeal on point, they will be able to grab it, and it's going to be like a really good picture because think about all that you've done. They're going to grab that photograph, and then they're going to come into the front door, and they're going to start taking pictures and create a story about the main features of the property professionally. Do not do that with your own phone or camera or your daughter, son, or relative. No. You have to spend money to make money. So just put in a little bit of investment of your time and efforts, and you can get the top dollar that you're seeking to sell this property for. So make sure that you have professional photographs. Number 5 in the presentation of the property is you have to give the signal whether or not you are wanting to work with an as-is contract or not. Because what am I saying here? Just think about it. As a professional realtor for more than 20 years when I'm making this video, for you, I could tell you that these secrets, these tips that we're giving you right now is what helps us to help you. And they are for you because you are now choosing to DIY, do it yourself. But we're here to help you. We are here to help you. We're partnering with you. And when you think about the contract and how you present the property, number 5 is for you to give the signal that you're dealing with an as-is contract or you want the ability to negotiate a little bit and help them out. Now, what am I saying? It sounds like you might not understand that. But when you present the property, I'm talking about the write-up, right? The write-up. You definitely should have some writing skills to be able to say, okay, beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath in a well-desired community, featuring 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with a split plan. Blah, 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 blah. Now, here's where you could signal whether or not this is going to be as is or not. Because in the write-up, you could say, see all the photographs being sold as is. You're setting the tone so you don't get people coming and you're like pre-selling them. That's the secret to this. You're pre-programming that buyer to know that, hey, it's as is. But you need to word it a certain way that you don't scare them away and you bring them in. But you know what? Don't worry. When you need help with things like this, the write-up for the listing, which is very critical, it determines whether or not your presentation is going to go well when you have the right write-up. Remember, a team member is here to help you with your write-up. Your remarks. They should be at least a full paragraph. I mean, we're talking about, I would say, at least 7 to 8 sentences, right? So it should be a full paragraph. No short 1-sentence thing. That's not good. When the buyers see that, they kind of lack the confidence to want to see your property. So it's very important that you use the tips that we're giving you right now. Very important. Signal whether or not you want to do as is or not. Because if there is something that you know the property is in need of, you could say in your write-up, in need of a little TLC, seller will credit buyer for new carpet. Seller will credit buyer for new painting and the buyer can choose their paint. Seller will credit the buyer for a new appliance package. Come and pick your package. Signal whether or not it's an as-is or you want to negotiate. Very critical. And finally, number 6 is for you to be able to connect with the buyer and get them to like you, believe in you, trust you, and you should definitely know what they want, what they need, and what their DBM is. That's called selling skills. And remember, we're here to help you with that should you need that. But if you don't need it, remember, this is a DIY, do it yourself. So you should have some selling skills and you should be able to connect with the buyer. There's 3 techniques that we show and we use to connect with a buyer. Number 1, you can use the association technique. The association technique is where you find something in common with them and you talk about it and you relax, right? Get them to like you, listen to you, trust you, and believe in you, right? And then a second technique you could use is the mirroring technique. The mirroring technique is you're moving and walking through the house the same way they are. You're standing and talking the way they are. If they're wearing glasses, put on your glasses. And then finally, the last thing you could use to build a connection with the buyer is psychological reciprocity. And that's where you give them credit for their beliefs and they morally obligated to give you credit for yours. Remember, guys, don't get, your heart is probably racing right now. Don't worry. We are here to help you. Just let us know just how far you want to DIY. Because there's a lot to do when you're going to present the property for sale. And not only that, but I'll tell you a quick story. and then we are done. There was once a client that I came across, a seller, just like you and me right now. And the seller decided to sell the house to an investor. I'm not calling any names. The seller went through and engaged with the investor and agreed to $195,000. The investor went ahead and paid and took the deal. I met that seller because the investor called me up and wanted me to market the property and sell it. When I got there, I had to call the lady, the seller, and talk to her. She's a Jamaican lady like me. So we were talking and chatting, and I said, oh my goodness, where are you going now? She's going up north, and she think it might have some roof problems, and she doesn't know, but she kind of sold it to the investors, and she was so nice. She trusted me and believed me, because I got selling skills. And she said, oh yeah, I sold him for $195. That's how I knew that. I said, oh wow. And in my mind, I was like, but I just sold one just like this for $275,000, 3 doors down. I'm like, what in the world is this woman doing? All right, so here's where it gets even better. Now, remember, the seller, just like you, sold to the investor. The investor called me up, the professional, and had me market the property because he saw me sell it for the one 3 doors down for $275. And he says, hey, listen, can you sell this for us? I said, of course, sure. So I did my thing. I got curb appeal. I got everything put together. And not a lot, to be honest. I asked them for some money to do a little bit more work, like paint the inside and all that. They didn't give me nothing. You know what I end up selling the house for as is in the same crappy condition? $270,000. So here it is. It hurt my heart. The seller gave it to the investor for $195. The same investor did nothing, and in 3 weeks he did nothing. He did nothing. It was me who kind of cleaned up a little bit, I swear to you. He did nothing. I just do my thing to make it present. I probably broom swept or whatever it was. They didn't want to spend any money. They said, try to get it sold for $285 first. And I got an offer for $270, all cash. So moral of the story is this. When you're selling a property, make sure you know what the heck you are doing, because you could leave so much money on the table. That lady left, she got $195, and she could have just simply did the work herself by using these tools or engaging with us and being partnered with us and get $270. The investor did nothing. I wanted to share that with you. But welcome to Lists by Owner. And we're here for you. I want you to know that in this video, we talked about how you are to present the property. The 6 things that you should be doing. Rewind, watch this over again. Make sure you take tips. Make sure you read everything that we talked about in these modules, and just know that we're here to support you. And you doing it yourself, we commend you for that. We're here to back you and to support you. So whatever you need to get that curb appeal, to get the staging, to declutter, to make the property present right so you can get top dollar, you let us know, and we're here for you. And just follow our systems. Until next time, I'll see you real soon. Thanks for being here.